Today Matters Part 6. Your thinking gives you an advantage in life. Imagine a person has a good family, energy in their body, clear priorities, and a positive attitude. From the outside, it looks like nothing can stop them from moving forward now. But as soon as a difficult decision appears, they get confused. Instead of understanding the problem, they react immediately, get swayed by others' words, learn nothing from old mistakes, and cannot create a strong plan for the future. The fear starts here, because if your thinking is weak, even good opportunities can slip through your hands. And curiosity is born right here. Does a person succeed only through hard work and a positive attitude, or does the real advantage come from the quality of their thinking? In the fifth part, we understood that today's family gives me stability. Family gives a person an emotional base, a sense of belonging, and saves them from breaking during difficult times. But even after gaining stability, the big decisions of life have to be taken by you. Which path to choose, how to understand which problem, what to trust, what to learn from which mistake, and what plan to make for the future. All of this is decided by your thinking. The big message of John C. Maxwell's book Today Matters is that your tomorrow is built by your daily decisions today. According to Maxwell, good thinking is not a random gift, it is a daily practice. In an article published on Maxwell's leadership site, thinking is also explained in the context of personal productivity and Today Matters, where better thinking is linked to better decisions and better results. Good thinking doesn't just make a person intelligent, it makes them calm, practical, and aware. When you practice thinking, every problem doesn't make you panic. You look at the situation, understand the data, compare options, and then take a decision. This is the difference between a reactive person and a mature person. A reactive person gives an immediate response to everything. A mature thinker pauses first, understands, and then speaks. The first type of thinking is critical thinking. It means looking at a situation based on facts, not under the pressure of emotion. Suppose someone said something negative about you. Weak thinking will get angry immediately. Critical thinking will ask, is this true? Is there any feedback hidden in this? Does the other person understand the right context? Should I react or should I clarify? This very pause stops wrong decisions. The second type is creative thinking. This is the thinking that looks beyond the old paths. When other people say there is no solution to the problem, the creative thinker asks, could there be a new way? In business, in career, in content creation, and in personal life, creative thinking is very important. Often the problem is not big, our perspective is old. As soon as the perspective changes, the solution begins to appear. The third type is reflective thinking. It means looking at your past not by getting stuck in guilt, but for learning. Where did you make a mistake? Which decision was good? Which habit caused you harm? What lesson did you learn from which person? Reflective thinking doesn't let the past become a burden, it makes it a teacher. A person who ignores their mistakes repeats them. A person who understands them grows. The fourth type is strategic thinking. This is the ability to think about the future. A strategic thinker doesn't just solve today's problem, they also see what problem could come ahead. They make a plan, understand the risk, look at resources, and prepare in advance. This thinking gives a student a smart revision plan before exams, gives an employee a career roadmap, and gives an entrepreneur long-term direction in business. John 𝐮𝐭𝐞𝐬's story is very interesting for explaining the power of thinking. He is known as the creator of the For Dummies book series. According to Fordham magazine, 𝐮𝐭𝐿 shaped this idea because he saw that people wanted to understand many subjects in simple language. He identified a market gap in making learning easy, and that same gap turned into a major publishing brand. This is good thinking. 𝐮𝐿 didn't just see books, he saw the reader's struggle. He didn't just sell information, he sold simplicity. He understood that people want to learn but are afraid that the topic will be difficult. Positioning like For Dummies made learning friendly. This was creative thinking, critical thinking, and strategic thinking as well. He saw a need in the market that many people were ignoring. The same can happen with you. There might be a gap in your career that you can notice. There might be a customer pain point in your business that you can solve. There might be an angle in your content that people want to understand but no one is explaining in a simple way. The advantage goes to those who don't just work hard, but think as well. Good thinking doesn't come suddenly. It's not a lightning moment where you sit one day and a great idea arrives. Good thinking needs daily space. If your mind is full of noise all the time, notifications, reels, gossip, tension, comparison, where will the space for deep thinking remain? Thinking requires silence, observation, and the habit of asking honest questions to oneself. Today, many people are busy but they think less. They consume content but do not reflect. They take decisions but do not review them. They make mistakes but do not learn from them. This is why the same patterns keep repeating in life. The same financial mistakes, the same relationship conflicts, the same career confusion, the same health neglect. Until the thinking changes, the pattern won't change. You don't need a massive system to start a daily thinking practice. Every day, ask yourself for a few minutes, what decision did I take today? Was it right? To what did I react without thinking? Which problem is bothering me repeatedly this week? Can I look at it from a new angle? Do I have facts or am I running on assumptions? Such questions sharpen your mind. Reading books also makes thinking strong, but just reading is not enough. It is important to think after reading. How will an idea apply to your life? What point connects to your current problem? Which point makes you disagree? Good reading can become the beginning of good thinking. Similarly, puzzles, writing, journaling, learning a new skill, meaningful conversations, and reflection in solitude, all these keep the mind active. The biggest benefit of thinking is that it gives you an advantage over others. When the crowd panics, the thinker observes. When people blame, the thinker finds the cause. When people follow a trend, the thinker asks if it is right for their goal. When people take decisions based on short-term emotion, the thinker looks at the long-term impact. This advantage gradually turns into success. For a student, thinking means not just rote learning, but understanding. For an employee, thinking means not just completing a task, but providing a better solution. For an entrepreneur, thinking means not just making sales, but understanding customer behavior. In family life, thinking means not just speaking, but understanding the other person's feelings. In every area, thinking quality affects your life quality. But there is also a trap in thinking, overthinking. Good thinking leads toward action, overthinking leads toward fear. Good thinking gives clarity, overthinking gives confusion. Good thinking makes a decision, overthinking postpones the decision. Therefore, do think, but do not get stuck in thought. Look at data, understand options, identify risks, and then take action. Thinking is incomplete without action. Mickey Mantle's story provides a powerful bridge to the upcoming commitment lesson. Mantle is counted among the most talented players in baseball history. He was a legendary center fielder for the New York Yankees, became a 7-time World Series champion, and was a 3-time American League MVP. But alcoholism and injuries had a major impact on his life. The Society for American Baseball Research and other baseball sources mention his struggle with alcohol and later regrets. Mantle's story tells us that talent can be incredible, but if thinking and commitment do not stay in the right direction, a person cannot reach their full potential. Many people are gifted in life, but they do not protect their gift with discipline. They think that talent is enough, but talent needs daily decisions, self-control, and long-term commitment. The same applies to our lives. You can be smart, experienced, or talented, but if you don't take decisions after thinking, if you don't review your habits, if you don't create a strategy for your future, your growth will be limited. The quality of thinking makes the quality of your life. The sixth lesson of today matters is this. Today's thinking gives me an advantage. Attitude gives possibilities, priorities give focus, health gives strength, family gives stability, and thinking gives you an advantage. Advantage doesn't mean that life will become easy. Advantage means that you will be able to understand a difficult life in a better way, decisions will be better, and you will learn from mistakes more quickly. From today, train your mind as much as you do your body. Read a little, write a little, think a little, reflect a little every day. Observe your thoughts. Review your decisions. Look at problems from a new angle. And most importantly, link your thinking to action. But even after good thinking, the journey is incomplete. Because many people think very well, even make plans and understand strategies, but leave halfway. The real question is whether you will stick around or not when motivation ends, when results are delayed, when people doubt, and when the heart tells you to give up. In the next part, we will talk about that daily practice which keeps a person standing even in difficult times: commitment.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible, but in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.